Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
Shylah Rodden has been seen for the first time in 2 years after a horror accident left her with catastrophic injuries. The Aussie woman, 26, was left brain-damaged after being hit by the Rebel Rollercoaster in Melbourne, Australia, in 2022. She was dragged 30 feet and thrown into the air when she was allegedly trying to retrieve a dropped mobile phone from the tracks. New pictures have now emerged to show a happy Shylah for the first time in 2 years since the tragic accident. One picture released by her family shows a happy Shylah beaming a huge smile on her face while sitting at what appears to be a cafe. The picture also revealed that injury marks were no longer visible on her face. Another picture released by her family shows Shylah fighting for her life at the hospital just days after the horror crash. She can be seen wearing a neck brace with a medical tube shoved down her throat. The disturbing picture also shows various injuries in her face, including a black eye and a large, deep cut on her forehead. A third picture, understood to be shot just days after Shylah was released from the hospital, shows the brave girl sporting a short hairstyle. However, alongside releasing these pictures, Shylah's mom also gave a devastating update on her health recovery. Even though her recent snap shows no visible injuries, Shylah Rodden revealed her daughter remains blind in her right eye and deaf in her left ear. She told the Herald Sun, "She has no sense of smell, she has difficulties swallowing, she has cognitive disabilities and impairments. She has progressed, but she still has a long way to go." Most of her days are taken up with different types of therapies. Sometimes she needs the support of a walking frame and a wheelchair. She can only go a limited time before she has to rest. On the day of the accident, Shylah had been working at a friend's stall at the show and decided to go on a few rides during her break. It's understood she dropped her phone while on the Rebel roller coaster and walked back on the tracks to retrieve it. She is said to have been dragged 9 meters into the air before she plunged to the ground in front of horrified visitors. Shylah's latest health updates come just a day after safety watchdog WorkSafe Victoria ditched plans to press charges against the ride operators. A WorkSafe spokesperson said on Monday, "After careful consideration of the evidence, WorkSafe has determined not to take further action against any duty holder on this matter at this time." It comes as a major blow to Shylah and her family, who have been responsible for her care full-time since her discharge from the hospital. The injuries are horrific. Even the doctors said they haven't seen anything as bad as this for a long time. Shylah was left with life-altering injuries, including a fractured pelvis, broken arms and legs, and injured back and neck. Her father previously said, "The injuries are horrific. Horrific. She's brain-damaged. It's pelvic, her arms, legs, back, neck, there's hardly a thing that's not broken. I just can't work out how the hell so much damage has been done." Even the doctors have said they haven't seen anything as bad as this for a long time. Any unfavorable discovery against the ride operators and show organizers could have allowed Shylah to pursue civil action against them. WorkSafe inspectors conducted a thorough investigation into the startling event involving the Rebel Coaster attraction in September 2022, according to sources who spoke with Daily Mail Australia. Most of the probe focused on finding out if there had been any violations of the Occupational Health and Safety Act. And the inquiry found insufficient evidence to establish any OHS breaches beyond a reasonable doubt. The safety watchdog has 2 years under Victorian law to file charges against businesses and individuals it feels have violated the strict workplace standards of the state. Meanwhile, Shylah's toxicology report's findings suggest that she might have been under the influence of medication at the time of the tragedy. But another reliable source claimed that the reason which had caused Shylah to jump into the tracks was irrelevant to the investigation. WorkSafe's probe appears to have been centered solely on the actions of the ride's operators when she stepped onto the tracks. A source said, "Her toxicity levels are N.